Welcome to our channel, Live Well. Today we're diving into a topic that many find intriguing yet rarely discuss openly. It's about those unspoken desires, the ones whispered in the quiet corners of a man's heart. We're uncovering the 7 things men secretly want but don't know how to tell you. Now, this ain't about pointing fingers or laying blame. This is about bridging that gap, that space between what's said and what's truly felt. We're talking about building connections, the kind that run deeper than surface-level chatter. Stay tuned for some surprising insights and real-life stories that will keep you hooked till the end. We're going on a journey, folks, a journey into the heart of what makes relationships tick. So buckle up, get ready to open your minds, and let's dive right in. All right, let's talk about the first thing men secretly crave but often keep under wraps, their erotic fantasies. Now, before you click away thinking this is getting too spicy, hear me out. We're all adults here, and a healthy dose of fantasy is natural, even vital, to a thriving relationship. But here's the catch, men. Often due to societal expectations or fear of judgment, shy away from sharing these desires. They bottle them up, afraid of being seen as weird, selfish, or even disrespectful. But here's the truth, ladies. These fantasies, they ain't about disrespecting you. In fact, they often stem from a deep desire to please you, to explore new avenues of intimacy and connection. Think about it. A man who trusts you enough to share his deepest desires, isn't that a man who truly wants to connect on a deeper level? The key here is creating a safe space for open communication, a space where vulnerability is met with understanding, not judgment. Encourage him to open up, to share those secret desires without fear of ridicule. Remember, communication is a two-way street. Share your fantasies too. Let him know that you're open to exploring, to pushing boundaries, and discovering new facets of your intimacy. Trust me, when you create that space of trust and acceptance, you unlock a whole new level of passion and connection. You build a bridge not just to his fantasies, but to his heart. And that, my friends, is a beautiful thing. The second one is honesty. Let's talk straight, no chaser. Men crave honesty. Not the sugar-coated kind, but the raw, unfiltered truth, even when it's tough to swallow. We're talking about the kind of honesty that builds trust, the kind that lets us know where we stand. No games, no guessing games. You see, men, we're simple creatures in a lot of ways. We thrive on clarity. We want to know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, even if it's not always pretty. Don't be afraid to speak your mind, to voice your opinions, even if they differ from his. When you're honest with a man, you show him respect. You show him that you value his intelligence, his ability to handle the truth. And trust me, that kind of respect, it goes a long way. Now, this doesn't mean being brutally honest all the time. There's a difference between being truthful and being hurtful. Choose your words carefully, but don't shy away from expressing your true self. Remember, a relationship built on half-truths and hidden agendas is like a house of cards. It might look good on the surface, but it's bound to crumble eventually. Honesty, on the other hand, that's the foundation of a strong, lasting connection. So speak your truth, ladies. Your man will thank you for it. Let's talk about third secret. A primal instinct that's hardwired into a man's DNA, the need to pursue, to conquer, to win you over. Now, I'm not talking about some archaic notion of ownership. This isn't about dragging you back to a cave. This is about the thrill of the chase, the excitement of winning your affection. You see, men are biologically wired to be providers, protectors, pursuers. It's in our nature to seek out a partner, to prove our worth, to win your heart. But here's the thing, we need a little encouragement along the way. We need to know that you're interested, that you're worth fighting for. Now, this doesn't mean playing hard to get or sending mixed signals. That's just confusing. It's about finding that balance between initiating and letting him lead. It's about showing him that you're interested, but not throwing yourself at him. Let him pursue you, court you, woo you. Let him feel like he's earned your affection. It might sound old-fashioned, but trust me, there's nothing more attractive to a man than a woman who knows her worth and isn't afraid to let him chase her a little. Remember, relationships are a dance. It's about finding that rhythm, that push and pull, that keeps things exciting. So, let him lead, let him pursue, and watch the sparks fly. On number 4, it is the power of vulnerability. All right, let's get real for a minute. We're diving into a topic that often makes men squirm: vulnerability. Society tells us that men should be strong, stoic, always in control. But here's the truth. We're human, just like you. We have feelings, insecurities, fears, and yes, sometimes we cry too. But here's the catch. Expressing those emotions, being vulnerable, it doesn't come easy to us. We're afraid of judgment, of appearing weak, of not living up to those societal expectations. That's where you come in. You have the power to create a safe space for him to let his guard down, to share his true self without fear of judgment. It's about listening without interrupting, offering support without trying to fix everything. When a man feels safe enough to be vulnerable with you, to share his deepest fears and insecurities, something magical happens. The walls come down, the masks come off, and you connect on a level that's raw, honest, and deeply fulfilling. Remember, vulnerability isn't a weakness, it's a strength. It takes courage to open up, to let someone see your true self. So, create that space of trust and acceptance and watch your relationship blossom. Next one on number 5 is the language of appreciation. Let's talk about a language that speaks volumes to a man's heart compliments. Now, I'm not talking about generic flattery. I'm talking about genuine, specific compliments that come from a place of appreciation. You see, men, we thrive on recognition. We want to know that our efforts are noticed, that our strengths are valued. A simple compliment, when delivered with sincerity, can boost our confidence, make us feel appreciated, and strengthen the bond we share. But here's the key: be specific. Instead of saying, "You look nice," tell him, "That shirt really brings out the color of your eyes." Instead of saying, "You're a good cook," tell him, "That was the best lasagna I've ever had. You really have a knack for Italian food." See the difference? Specificity shows that you're paying attention, that you genuinely appreciate him and the things he does. It's about acknowledging his efforts, big or small, and letting him know that you see him, you value him, and you appreciate him for who he is. Remember, words have power. Use them wisely, use them generously, and watch your relationship flourish. On number 6, let's discuss how to decode the male mind. Let's face it, men and women, we're wired differently. We think differently, we communicate differently, and sometimes it feels like we're speaking different languages. But here's the thing, understanding those differences, bridging that gap, that's where the magic happens. Now, I'm not saying you need a degree in male psychology, but a little effort goes a long way. Pay attention to his actions, his words, his body language. What's he not saying? What's he trying to communicate? Men, we're not always the best at expressing ourselves verbally. Sometimes our actions speak louder than words. So pay attention to those subtle cues. Is he making an effort to spend time with you? Is he doing little things to make you happy? Those are his ways of saying, "I care about you." Remember, relationships are a two-way street. It's about meeting each other halfway, understanding each other's needs and desires. So take the time to learn his language, to decode his signals, and you'll unlock a deeper level of connection. Let's discuss the 7th and last one, the never-ending journey. Here's a truth that applies to any relationship. It's a journey, not a destination. It's about continuous learning, growing, and evolving together. It's about keeping the lines of communication open, even when it's uncomfortable. You see, as we grow and change, so do our needs and desires. What worked yesterday might not work today. That's why it's crucial to keep talking, to keep exploring, to keep discovering new facets of each other. Don't be afraid to have those tough conversations, to address the elephant in the room. Talk about your needs, your desires, your fears. Listen to his perspective, even if you don't agree with it. Remember, relationships are a partnership. You're in this together. And like any good partnership, it requires communication, compromise, and a willingness to grow together. So keep the dialogue open, keep exploring, keep learning, and watch your relationship evolve into something truly special. Thank you for watching, guys. We hope these insights help you build stronger, more fulfilling relationships. Remember, communication is key. It's about understanding each other's needs, desires, and fears. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more engaging content. Let's keep the conversation going. Share your thoughts, your experiences, and let's learn from each other. Leave a comment below on what you think men secretly want but don't know how to tell you. Let's create a community of open communication and understanding. After all, we're all in this together.